Hello everybody and welcome back to Rewriting the Past here on TEW or Total Extreme Wrestling 2020 with WCW in the year 1998, and it's time for WCW nWo Sold Out 1998. This will be a shorter episode today. It is just going to be the pay-per-view and then possibly a little bit of talk about what we want to do afterwards, but it's going to be a good show. I'm optimistic, shall we say, that this is going to be a good pay-per-view. And I've got some good exciting plans as well for going forward. First things first, let's have a little look and see what ECW got up to for Hostile City Showdown. Although to be fair, they had Sammy Silk and Nails defeat Too Cold Scorpio and Bastion and Booger, so maybe I was right the first time around. Bam Bam defeats Sabu in a tables match. The ECW title not on the line at all this show. Kevin Sullivan and Tommy Dreamer in a ladder match is definitely a choice that you could make. But Chris Candido and Lance Storm defeating the Fantastics to retain the belts sounds like a good match to me, to be honest. I'd watch that. Sounds like a lot of fun. But yeah, that show's bad. WWF's Royal Rumble was awful the week before, so we are going to have the best show this month. I'm convinced of it. It's going to happen. Until it doesn't happen, it's going to happen. Well, let's just get into it. I'm excited to book this. We need to set our pay-per-view providers, so we'll do it automatic, and that should just give us everywhere. So Canada, Japan, Mexico, the United States, Australia and New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. We are on television in the UK, but it's what it is. There we go. Backstage incident. Prince Ayukea suddenly becoming like a really exciting talent. 54,000 fans expected. Is there even a building big enough for the show? Not in the southeast, there isn't. Not in the northwest either, or New England. Nope. I guess we're going to the Metrodome. There we go. We're going to the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome in downtown Minneapolis for WCW nWo Sold Out. And now the best part is I've put all this in pre-booking, so we can just add as we go. We will start off hot, however. We will start off with the Cruiserweight title as Ultimo Dragon defends against Eddie Guerrero, and Eddie Guerrero will be winning the Cruiserweight title here in this match. Pretty simple. Afterwards, I feel like the tag titles, probably, because I'm not sure how this match is going to go. We're going to go 10 minutes. And it is going to be the Steiners getting the win. Rick Steiner will be the winner of this match. Just, it's pretty obvious that they were going to win. Goldberg, Booker T Saturn, I think, up next. And Booker T is going to win that one. Goldberg Martel. We'll go 8 minutes. DDP Raven, we're just going to add these all in just now. DDP is going to retain the title. And then the big one is the main event. We're going to give it 16 minutes. Just because Hogan and Luger aren't really up for doing long matches. Now we are going to have Sting retain, obviously. Luger is going to take the fall. Brett and Hogan will be kept strong as well. Obviously I can't really do it in the game, but there is a method in my head about how this is going to work. And we'll get to that as we go. But we will get some promos on the go. So we will have all of the members of the main event cut individual promos. So I'm just going to call it Hogan promo. Simple as that, really. And that's going to be on Sting, Lex, and Brett. And that's going to be with Gene Okerlund. There we go. We're just going to add these all in, and then I will take them out and move them around afterwards. So Sting, talking about Brett, Lex, Hollywood. Sting's not going to be interviewed by Mean Gene. He is just going to cut his own thing backstage. So Sting promo. The Hogan one. Did I put everybody off screen? There we go. Lex as well. We're going to give everybody a chance to shine here. Lex can be interviewed by Mean Gene. I think that's fair. Just to help them boost the rating a little bit. And Sting, that's going to be the Lex promo. And then we're also going to have... Oh, no, we're not going to have a backstage brawl. We want a freestyle angle, thank you very much. And we want that to be Brett, Entertainment, off, Sting, Hollywood, and Lex. And that's going to be the Brett promo. Not very exciting, but we are just going to run those back to back before the main event. We'll have Sting go on last, I think. What the hell am I doing here? Move here. That. There we go. We'll have Hogan go first, then we'll have all the baby faces. Alright. 80% matches, that's fine. We're going to add a couple more angles. We are going to have Diamond Dallas Page cut promo on Raven. I'll have that be off screen, so that'll just be DDP promo. Actually, no, DDP and Raven promo. This can be like a sort of hype package, I suppose. Before the match. There we go. Do we want to have Mean Gene cut a promo with Goldberg? I think we do. So have Gene, Goldberg after the match. Mean Gene tries to get a word with Goldberg, still ignored. I quite like this little Goldberg Rick Martel promo, to be honest. It's quite fun. Okay, so we are close to the sort of time limit anyway, which is fine. So we could probably add some more matches here. What do we want to add? So who are we not using? Oh, I forgot to add the Savage Piper match. It's because it wasn't in my pre-booking. We'll give that 12. We are going to have Savage get the win, and it is going to be thanks to Elizabeth. Manager interference finish, actually. There we go. And yeah, so that'd be fine. Give that 12 minutes. We'll put that here, middle of the show. And that's kind of all I've got booked, to be honest. We've not got anything with Nash and Hall. Or Rick Rude, but I wonder if just a little back... I know what we'll do. I've got it. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Kurt Hennig, and Rick Rude. And this will be against Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner. Actually, we're just going to make them not rated. nWo attacks Steiners. Both teams conflicted about who gets next shot. So we're going to have like a little bit of dissension here. So we're going to have the nWo come down. They're going to beat up the Steiners. And like all of them are going to come down. But then afterwards, when they're like picking up the tag belts, you know, maybe Rick Rude picks up one, Kevin Nash picks up the other. There's a little bit of a look at each other of, no, this is our title match, guys, not yours. Just sowing the seeds a little bit there. But I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. I mean, we've got the Cruiserweight, the tag, TV, US, World. That's all of our titles, right? Yeah. I don't think there's anything else we really want to put on this show, to be honest. Although I might bring in Harley Race as a road agent. I guess we won't, because Teddy's not happy. So we're not bringing them in as a road agent. But that's fine. Let's have a look. I mean, this is a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 match pay-per-view. We could do the usual WCW just chuck anything out, but I don't really want to upset the balance of the card. So we're just going to get some guys on the pre-show. in a 3v3. So who have we not used that we want to use? Let's do like a super babyface team. So Benoit, Ray, and Giant. Why not? To take on like an nWo B team. So we'll do like Buff, Conan, and Scott Norton. Just a little. Oh, Scott's current injury, so we won't do Scott Norton. We will instead do Louis Piccoli. Pretty simple as that. Pretty sure we'll give the Giant the win, because I kind of want to try and do something with the Giant over the next couple months. We'll also just have a wee tag match. We will give the Outsiders just some action. We'll have them take on against World of Sport. Just, it should be a good match. And we'll have Nash get the win in the end. Just get those guys on the pay-per-view, even if it's in the pre-show. Yeah, that's going to do it. I think we just get right into this. I'm optimistic that this is going to be a good show. The main event leaves a bit to be desired, potentially, but I have got a plan. I will talk you through the main event as we get to it. But let's just get right into the show. So, a 66 rated pre-show match as Benoit, Ray, and the Giant defeat the New World Order of Bagwell, Spicoli, and Conan in just under 10 minutes, when the Giant wins with the chokeslam. Good match overall. Giant, decent performance. Benoit, great performance. Good stuff. 51,000 people at the Metrodome as well. And then, yeah, 69 rated match here as the Outsiders pin World of Sport with a jackknife powerbomb from Kevin Nash. Chris Adams, the weak link, but Norman Smiley with another really good performance as well. And into the pay-per-view we go. Please be good. Please be good. So, first of all, 67 rated. It's pretty good. As Eddie Guerrero defeats Ultimo Dragon in 13:55 with a Gory special. As Eddie Guerrero regains the Cruiserweight Championship that he lost about a month ago from Ultimo Dragon, who will likely be departing us. I think he's off the CMLL on a exclusive written deal. So, you know, it's a loss talent-wise, but there's not much I feel like I want to do with Ultimo Dragon. Like, in terms of a mass lucha guy, we've got Rey Mysterio, so we don't really need Ultimo as well. Eddie Guerrero wins, and he ushers in a new era of the Cruiserweight title. 67 rated, 67 in-ring performance as well. Gained heat for the storyline. Thank you very much, Eddie Guerrero. A 68 rated tag team match as well. That's not too bad, actually. Despite Raph being the weak link, as the Steiner brothers defeat Mortis and Raph in 9:57, with Rick Steiner hitting the diving bulldog off the top rope to Mortis to win. Good match. Good match. I can't really ask for much more than that. 68 is not too bad. Yeah, Mortis was off his game, but other than that, a success, I think. We then have the post-match segment, which gets a 78. Everybody actually looking really good as well. And the nWo come down to wipe out the Steiners, and then when they go to pick up the title belts, Rick Rude picks up one, Kevin Nash picks up the other. And a bit of a stare down before Rick Rude does pass the other title over to Kevin Nash. You know, there is that moment where it's like, oh, what's going to happen here? But then Nash does get the other title belt. Rick Rude goes, you know what, mate? There you go. Get the job done, though. Because otherwise, we'll come into the tag titles instead. Good stuff. 57, a bit low for Booker T and Saturn. I maybe should have opened the show with this, but I wanted to go traditional WCW style and have the Cruiserweights open the show. It's alright. Booker T, 49 in ring. Saturn, 51. I might have to have a look at Booker T, because I wonder if it's maybe worth taking this belt off of him, actually. But yeah, 57, it's not terrible. It's not brought the crowd down, at least, so we hopefully kept the crowd a little bit of a buzz. But anyway, Booker T wins. He will be taking on Chris Jericho at some point in the future, because he has obviously promised Jericho a title match. Goldberg defeats Rick Martel in 7:33 with the jackhammer. 57 overall rated. Again, a little bit on the low side, but it's a good match. 67 for Goldberg, 55 for Rick Martel. I'm not going to complain. I think that's just a pretty fun little match, if nothing else. And a 98. Apologies if that made a horrible noise in the microphone, but 98 rated segment as Goldberg continues to walk away from Gino Corland. Yeah, Goldberg's a star, folks. Goldberg is a star. 79 overall rated match. Next up, as Randy Savage gets the edge over Roddy Piper in 11:59 with a flying elbow drop after Liz interfered. Don't know what she did to interfere, but she either hit him with a shoe or classic WCW style. Everybody got hit by shoes in 1995. Maybe that happened. Brought it back. Hits the elbow. Wins. But it's not the end of this feud. I feel like potentially like a cage match might be good between these two. Obviously, they're both old, but they both just punch each other, which is amazing. That's what you want in a cage match. So, we'll see what happens. Good match, though. Very good match. I'm glad I've sort of decided to go with this a little bit. 79 rated segment as DDP and Ravens, just a hype package, basically, in their match. Gets a 69. They don't click as opponents, which is frustrating. 12:44. As DDP wins with the Diamond Cutter to make defense number 2 of the United States Heavyweight title. Not great from either of them, if I'm being honest. Probably because they don't click, but the US title story, I mean, we'll do Benoit next. I'm wondering about taking the belt off DDP onto Benoit, because I think the long-term goal is to do what WCW did in real life and probably put this belt on Goldberg rather than just jettison Goldberg to the world title, because I've got in my mind, I have a year-long sort of plan for the world title. In my mind, it's kind of just sitting there until Starrcade. And Goldberg doesn't factor into that as of yet. So I think Goldberg maybe becoming the US title guy and just having a dominant run, at least through Starrcade as well, potentially might be the game plan, but we'll see. 69, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Hopefully the next, the 4 promos will bring everything back up. As Hogan gets a 91, Lex gets a 79, Brett gets an 87, and Sting gets an 86. So that's brought the crowd right back for our main event. Please be good. Please. It's good. Okay, it's not amazing, but it's good. 82 we'll take. In a match that had fantastic heat and good wrestling, Sting defeated Hollywood Hogan, Bret Hart, and Lex Luger in a Fatal 4-Way match in 15:37 when Sting submitted Lex Luger with the Scorpion Deathlock, and Sting makes his first defense of the heavyweight title. Bret, an incredible performance. Lex, the weak link. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. So here's my thinking, okay? Apologies, maybe a bit rambly because I'm just sort of working it through in my head. At the end of the day, obviously we know of these 4 guys, Lex Luger is kind of quote unquote the worst, right? But I like Lex Luger, and I think there's a good story to be told between Lex and Sting. Sting gets the upper hand on Lex. It's a fair win. However, we could imagine that, say, Luger had Hogan in the torture rack, for example, and was about to win, and then Sting maybe takes his legs out with like a chop block and then gets him in the Scorpion Deathlock. You know, that sort of thing that you can work around. So I think the angle to go with here, and we're going to set it up on Nitro, is Luger starting to get jealous of Sting, of his best friend. You know, they've always been side by side. I think we start turning Luger jealous. I don't know if we'll do Sting Luger at the next show. I don't really know what to do with Sting actually at the next show if we don't do Luger. But that's my thinking. Is to turn Luger heel slowly with a jealousy angle and do that. Or I might actually know what I know what we'll do. We'll do Luger Hogan at the next show. Yeah, we'll keep Luger babyface, but we will start this. We'll sow the seeds for a heel turn. We'll have him face Hogan at Slamboree, I think it is, and then we'll do the turn not long after that. That's the way to go. I need to find a plan for Brett, but that's fine. I'll sort something out. The show overall gets an 84. We finally have a good show on this save. It's about time. Let's give Brett his props. Let's also give Goldberg his props. And because I love him, I don't care. I'm giving Rick Martel his props as well, because to be honest, that's probably the end of Rick Martel at that level. I'll probably transition him into the TV title picture, to be honest, once I figure out who we're doing with Goldberg. If Goldberg and Martel had great chemistry together, I think a wee fun tag team might have been a good idea for a little while, but they've not got tag team chemistry, so it's fine. Good little show though. Good little show if you ask me. I'm very happy with that. A 3.2 buy rate, 1.5 million views overall. Good stuff. I think that's a good show. What have we got here? Oh yeah, we're signing Rick Rude to a written contract as well, by the way, because we're keeping him now. What have we got here then? So Greg Valentine is gone. We finished first in the American Battle. Come on, we did it. Sold Out is now dormant. We'll go have a look at that in a second. Dusty Rhodes thinks Raven talks well, and then the ratings were good as well. Are we up to number 1? No, we're still second in the world, but we did kick WWF's ass last month, which is good to see. I'm delighted with that. Are we kicking them everywhere? Everywhere but Japan. Well, we beat them in Japan. We're 13 points off New Japan. We are dominant in Europe, dominant in Oceania. We're losing in India though. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Some morale issues for some of the jobbers. That's fine, and we'll figure out a solution for that. We could have kept Saturday night, but you know, nah. It's Super Brawl, not Slamboree. Sorry. So we don't have a January pay-per-view for next year because Sold Out is now dormant. So I wonder if we just bring regular old Sold Out. Yeah, we'll just bring regular old Sold Out back for next January. Oh, it revives in December 1998. But we'll just do it now. There we go. So Super Brawl is up next. Then Uncensored. I mean, Uncensored makes more sense for the cage match, I suppose, between Piper and Savage. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We've obviously got War Games in September. It's a while away, but we might need to start thinking about teams for War Games to build up towards. We obviously have Halloween Havoc, everybody's favourite show. World War 3, which I don't know if we're going to do the big stupid Battle Royal thing. We'll see. But that's a good show. I'm happy with that. Very happy with how Super Bowl came out. I mean, it's a good show, folks. I'm really happy. How has everybody's popularity got on then? So Booker T, let's start. We've been using Booker quite a bit. He has gone up. Nothing. He's actually gone down. Booker T. Maybe I'm thinking of Booker T in a couple of years' time more than anything else. Jericho's more popular. Jericho's better. He's got a poor gimmick though. Let's tweak his gimmick. See if that helps. Benoit. What have we done with Benoit? Benoit's dropped quite a lot of points, so we're going to have to use this month to build him back up for facing DDP, especially if we want to do a title switch with them. Bret Hart. What's his overall being? He's up 4 or 5 points everywhere. That's excellent. Excellent. Eddie Guerrero. Gone up 4 points pretty much everywhere. Beautiful stuff. He's so good. Eddie Guerrero. His entertainment skills are going up a little bit as well, which is lovely to see. We also have Goldberg. Yeah, Goldberg's going to be an absolute stud for us. Skills, they will get better. They will get better. For now, this is why I don't want to put him into the main event scene right yet, because it could go wrong. Hogan, just a beast. I mean, he's actually gone up a point in popularity despite not winning the title, which is wonderful. Kevin Nash, yep, still hovering around the late 70s. He's gone up a few points as well. That's just good news. Luger, what's Luger done? Yeah, Luger's gone up 4 or 5 points. So I think if we can give Luger a bit of momentum, get him into that match with Hogan. Did we start the turn? Yeah, we'll start the turn. Yeah, we'll start the turn. We're not going to do it just yet, though. I'm going to wait until after Super Brawl. So that's fine. We also have got Mortis. Oh, that's Nick Patrick. Mortis, what's he done? Yeah, Mortis has gone up 6-7 points. So that's good. Prince Iaukea, is he still like getting better? I mean, Dean Malenko's influence is definitely working here. I just wanted to check something. I saw something here for Goldberg. His fatigue's low, that's fine. We'll just give Goldberg a week off if I remember. Savage in the 80s, has that gone up? Yeah, it has. That's good. Ravens, mid 60s. Oh my god. Okay, Raven's gone up a lot. That's beautiful. Ray, I think he's gone up quite. No, she's not changed at all. That's fine. That's fine. Rick Martel. What's Rick Martel done? He's gone up about a point everywhere. I mean, Rick Martel's still amazing. So, definitely in the TV picture. We'll sort that in a second. Rick Steiner, not that fast. Piper in the 70s. Did he take a hit from the loss? No, he actually gained. Saturn. He's gone up 10 points this month as well. That's good. Scott Hall still around the 70 mark. So that's fine. Scott Steiner's in the late 50s, 60s. That has actually gone down. Sting at 91. That's gone up 4 points. I mean, that's amazing. Sting's gone up 4 or 5 points everywhere. He's still annoyed, but that's fine. We gave him some money, but he didn't want it. 6. Going to be a wee cruiserweight contender, I think, when he comes back. Giant's up to 70 odds. That's stayed the same. That's fine. And Ultimo Dragon, who I'm pretty sure is gone, since he signed a written agreement. Yeah, he's leaving. That's fine. That's fine. And then Raph, what's Raph done? Popularity 45. Yeah, it's gone up 6-7 points. There we go. So we've got some more recognisable guys in the tag division from doing that, which is good for putting some matches together. If we have a look at our storylines, so we're going to put Rick Martel into here. We need to take him out of Goldberg's storyline first. So we'll put Rick Martel into the TV title. So we'll keep Saturn in there just now. Goldberg streak. Do we add... Actually, we're going to add some nWo sort of jobbers to that one. So we'll add Buff. We'll add Scott Norton. We'll add Vincent. We'll add... Who else is in the nWo? We'll add Conan. We'll do that for Goldberg. nWo things can stay with those 4 guys. Cruiserweight title. Yeah, that's fine. Tag title, that's fine. I could move Rude and Hennig out of that one, but we'll keep them in that one so we can progress both at the same time. DP Raven Benoit, that's fine. And then our hot World Heavyweight title program can stay with those 4 guys for now. I'm actually going to add the Giant into this storyline and try and see if we can do something fun with the Giant going forward. But I think that's it. You know, we'll have a look at our creative, our franchise players. Ric Flair, we've still not used Ric Flair. I just don't have a plan Frick. That's the issue. I mean, he's a babyface at the moment. He's incredibly popular. He's still very good. His skills are insane. I just don't have an idea. Like, I could do the classic and put on with Sting, but he needs to be heel for a match with Sting. He could fight the nWo, but they're all busy. So I've not really got anybody to pair him with. And if we have a look, if we get a Perception, well known, who have we got? We've not really got anybody. Yeah, I mean, this is that weird time where he was kind of out of commission anyway with the company, so I wonder if we just sort of leave Rick on the back burner for now. Yeah, we'll leave him on the back burner for another month. If he starts to get fussy, we'll put him in some pre-show matches. Our size, we have dropped obviously 4 points, but we did gain in most places in Canada. We gained in Mexico. Britain stayed the same. We gained 5 in Japan. Stayed the same in Europe. Went up in Oceania and stayed the same in India, but we also have no presence in India. I mean, if we look, there's nothing in India or Western Europe at all. Production, we're spending a lot of money. Oh, finances. We made nearly 2 million despite spending 2.5 or whatever it was on cancelling that TV deal for Saturday night. So we're absolutely fine in TV money wise. That's with all the contracts that we have as well. We made a lot of sponsorship money, broadcast revenue, ticket sales, pay-per-view revenue, merch. Made a lot of money as well. If I look at our merchandise, we are trying to do upgrades. Hollywood Hogan made the most, then Sting, then Brett. Lex, we got a number 7. Good stuff. So that's gonna do it for today's episode, guys. I'll see you again in 2 days for when we start the build to Super Brawl 8. And we already know some of what we want to do here. We're actually going to start to jot it down before we leave the episode. Super Brawl 1998. We are going to have Sting versus someone. We're going to do Lex Luger versus Hollywood Hogan. We are going to do the Outsiders versus the Steiners. Steiner Brothers versus the Outsiders for the tag belts. We're going to do Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio Jr. for the Cruiserweight title. And we could do Sting Brett, but I think there's a massive risk in doing Sting Brett. Do we do Sting Macho Man? Oh, that's temp. Let's put this in. Let's put that in for now. That could be fun. Macho got the win against Piper. We could hold off the Piper rematch for another month to Uncensored to put in the cage. And we could do Sting Macho Man. I mean, we could do it. Brett's the issue. We'll figure out something. We'll figure it. It's fine. Any suggestions, let me know. Obviously, I might have recorded before any suggestions come properly through, but that's fine. I'll see you guys in a couple of days' time. Hopefully, you've been enjoying. I'm not really doing these if they get amazing views. If they get 10 views, it's fine. I'm just enjoying playing the save. If you're enjoying watching along, please drop a like and leave a comment or whatever you want to do. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much. Goodbye.